Edum Kumasia. Hello, 101.5 FM. Na ya affiliate stations o my Ghana and afe amanone enso fan sem ni bi ato apeten e wo montene so. No wa hu ni etwaguo e wo mantias my Ghana mu. peacefmonline.com, ghanatoday.com nso ye kuchi nsem ni bi wo brofo kasem wo honom da bia mta aka se. What a brofo a na wa bɔ modern ebrechi afa honom na nso akwa kenkan na wa hu nsem ahodo a ye de eba besom e wo yakanka se ebomu ye prem to bre ebre yi emu. Na ye social media handle nso adwuma despite media YouTube and afi Facebook Peace 104.3 Peace 104.3 na sabre ya eba bekenkan nsem idi ama mo de na wo so hu se nwumako bi ada wo ma ene wo mu epian yen e wo yakanka se eboyi emu this way chocolate drink say awie yi enka wo bobi edigu bu a ebeboa wo ye papa ebetimi aboa wo ama wo me na se aye se kulem esan se open suo hye bi edi sane mu na wo de ice cubes bi gu mu a enka wo hu se yade a ebeboa ye papa esan se Ghana ye ne ayi cocoa chocolate paper and I just say yade aye this way chocolate drink no edi ama wo you only need hot water na afei wa steria na wa abody egu me na se afei special ice mineral water nso ebi esi mi nchen de na kire se yegu ahome kakra pe na eja yakwakobo bi edi egu ye me na se ensuo a emu ye poto de aya menta anom obenum bewie ne beja akiri yade ate nti aya wo pensuo anom ana se wo de soma wo wadwabo bia se aton no wanya mu mfaso de a na wabo special ice mineral water na afei nso wanunum bia na eno nso wadi mudwa na we are saving was best point savings and loans na eno nso no enti mi emwa na wosika na enwoma na tete nkwa ban mu nwumako bi eka ho best pension trust eno nso ntenti wo kakra no ano okwa ahomije mu ankonko eda dwene enda abusua so wenum ni nwumako a wo mo aka meto asi adwai so a mekenkan ensem no ede ama na ensem a ebetodwa ewo ye pram to bra kanka se ebo emu ebi ene se NDC amanyoko no ede eye wo mo nomination epene buo na wo bi eye ni nyina no wo mo ede abawie ye na baako miensa ana se enan so krampo ena je se wo mo de etu mu ana so wo mo bi epono ne to wo no se omanfo ebetimi aba befa wo mo forms na afei wakwa akofele na wo de aba bedan wo mo na nei wo mo de ni nyina no aba awie ye sazo so ena mampani da John Dramani Mahama sabre watweniti se wo pese yato ne so aba ewo NDC wono mo primaries muo na wasanso ba begina se frankatufo edema amanyokuo no Ghana ade hye nso akere wo madwene ede afa ba wo pese osan eba biem ni nyina eho na onmonyamfo alankwadwo chairman ti ayenso anim se wode nadwuma ato ho no na sabre watweniti se wo pese opre na yato ne so aba se frankatufo edema NPP amanyokuo no wono nso eguso a eton ne ho na sabre Northern Regional Chief Imam Alhaji Abdul Salam Ahmed wode atodwa se eyedan ya no a wogidi se enkunimdie no ebekọ ede amano na sabre nso eyade a onmonyamfo Dr. Lawyer Dixon Osei Esibe senior lecturer Awoke University Council Chairman Wa Technical University wono so ede atudwa se sisi anu hwe sa de aban no eboa na entoaso suku kwa ne kwadwumadie no afa ne tipa pefre ye wo my Ghana hanom a eyade a obeso aban no wo soro pa esanse aboa ma batan wono komu ahenha wo mu yie pa na Nigeria yenyina yenim se omode 2023 abato no ahyehye so asabre edipa dodo no a be sedu wotwe 18 candidates and wo mo prese wo mo betimi ehwai wo mo mampani Buhari ne to ase adwa na sade abato no ekọ no yebekọ na ne yabakopie mu e wo Nigeria mamu ye ne nsantwuroni ba ko ho no beretwe nkomo ne abisa se abato no ekosen ensem bi eka wenum ho ene aboabo no seprem to bre aka nkasebo a yede baba besommo nana ma akoma agyanim boaten me ena mekenkan ensem yi ede amamwa fei yendo esuko na yenko ensem no emu yanyina yenim se NDC amanyokuo no ebie wo mapono mu ede to ho anu ye nomination no apono se obibia no a wo pese ogina na ye to ne so aba so oba be preferencatufo ni dibre ewo amanyoko NDC ni din wo no ene so ye be ma omre si anim na ne ono so mra be fa form no na won hwe se wo mo primary so won be hye so no ene e betimi ato ne so aba na empanifo awodo no a na wo mo akopeke wo mo forms asabre ya ye ka se kura mampani dada John Dramani Mahama akopeke ne forms afi Dr. Kwabena Dufo na afi ono eye kane photosamfo ewo o my Ghana mu na afi amrado edema eye o my Ghana Bank of Ghana anase yesika Bank of Ghana and afi owura Kwadwo bonus wono so kane KMA boss and owura NS Square Kukrobia won mu nyina akọ peke won forms a jese CC ano won ato apono mu de na ze nipa 9 ena mprempren ya yeka se NDC won apono a won bietu won se nomination forms wa obetimi aba befa na se opese oba befa ne to so aba se franka tufo dibre no enti enipa 9 ena sabre won akwasi animu na sede esifa ekoye ene nkomobo a ekwase ebra yede won forms no ehye won nsa no lawyer kakra Esamwa wono ye elections committee chairman wode ensam atu edwa ukuada no
Wednesday 22nd February na yede ekwano to ho the mbeyinfo ana mbesiafo wo NDC ma wo pede wo ye presidential candidate oma yaku na wo friend National Democratic Congress ye mo hon 3 days na in the feeder wo bo nunum na presidential candidate won den mu closing na ye tu abo num na nipa 4 nipa anan na waba jinkata ni bi akor ni former president Mahama na NDC penyin bi so ono so friend NS Kweku Kobia ono so obajibi na honorable Kwadwo Bonsu ono so obajeneti na Dr. Kwabena Dufuo ono so wabajeneti nti environment kentinka 4 anan na wabajide wo pade with the president wo National Democratic Congress enyim
na eno achire no lawyer kakra Esamwa esan de tudwa say wo mo de wo forms no ebeba wo mo fili wie a na wo mo hwe so wo nyina ba fili ne kama wa abramfom so bia emama meja so na wo mo ewie a vetin so ebesu wo sa candidate nyina eso na efe wo matoto wo ma no ebi so wo mo ede ba deport ni ani so ade hunu benti ene wo mo preso ye betumi ato wo mo so aba se franka tufo ede ama amanyoko NDC
na democracy was the ntata no roko no waka church was about 20th to 22nd March 2023 was the banner year to ho na fi ya set a vetting committee na wa hwehwem dem wo cho 9 na fi ebi so wan asem the wotima yedwuma na so we pass them instruction na fi yet won na to ballot paper no na May 13th ya nationwide presidential primaries or parliamentary primaries na wodi modo oboto abama ho
ene ayekotie ye lawyer kakra Esamwa ono elections committee chairman edema NDC amanyoko ni amane bofo Salamat Kuku Apento ono ne boboa ensem ya no ede ebreyen na said nomination form no obi ano na ye nyina ye nim se Ghana mampani dada John Dramani Mahama wakwa ne forms no ono so hwe se ye betimi ato ne so aba na ne franka tufo dibre no wagina ede ama NDC amanyoko no ena Ghana ade hye nso a ono motemantwe so womo akere womo adwene ede afa ho se aso womo ani je ho anaso womo ani nye ho ba wo bayi womo gidi sankunimdie ne bekọ de ama na anaso nkunimdie na nkọ mfa ama no wodi nkunim ebeba ede ama NDC amanyoko no anaso etesen eno so se na Ghana de hye ekere womo adwene
politics no unti fo adwene to mo so because we are wako wosara ban obeka nsem bebre na na do ba sa enso esi yesa bo ntire so ti kana na de ya na aro shemu shede ni omumu sa de
enti Mahama na ba wo ba ne de media madwene woni de wadi kan ba ye hu na mamu pen ana wo so obesa ba biem enti ka media sanka se de kana fo eyi ni sin tan ma me na me bia me sisi wo ba no wo lusu enti ko ma kwan ma oni pa fofo ba ya mi sanka ebeboa NDC party ni pamum
ni a pese e tire adwuse mama wa bada na wa be ye bi na ye fi ye complain bebre se ni ama o ye no amoa e na wako nechi sisi o se oba biom oni a wo ye bi da wa ho ni mistakes there bi da me gidi se so ba the mistakes no ye ma yam pin no obe correct bebre ama bebre aye fine
Ghana de hye kuro yi ayasan ebisa wo mo se aso nipa 9 yi a wo ma twe wo ti e wo NDC amanyoko no dinimu na wo mo eba begina apre franka tufo dibre no wo hwe a enipa 9 hwan enom su se e wo sa NDC amanyoko no e de no kwa esi enim no wom kokọ pritumi no e wo emfiempene ne aduonu nan abato a ye de be hye so no
in Japan meni jema ne ho pa sansa me hwe ne life a ani ne su ne ban na ono no wo obi a on pesisie ani on pekata so mu aso sa wo ye de na sanya on fa wo sa no party member empenifo mu obeka wanim awo radio station am obi ati hu se ade a wo ye enye enti wonu mo pa de ya yufu no bebre na ya hwani mo kwasanka ya mo ko promise na sanko win na o win a aka bebre nke beto ama no
Kennedy Apon here no e hwe bit ma boa because support youth for no costos are we be otamakra so wan kasa youth for mo ko ni tankra na mo ko bi sakra mo go because ejuma bebre we be stores bebre ama ama for kre ejuma wo no ba me dem so da kra so beba
Kennedy Apon de obedi akonwa anka me mani beje pa anka beboa Ghana for nyina so fa intimidate Kennedy Apon de me say ase straight
Alan Cash na bia oba betimi ade etimi ayi bibi kakra
eni ayekwoti ewe nyina no Ghana de hye a wonom kasa akire adwen de afa Ghana mampani dada John Dramani Mahama sisi anetwe a wasa atwe ne tibiem se opese yeto ne so aba na otumi bia betu franka de ma NDC amanyokuo no na ne okokopretumi de ma omo mfiempene ne aduonu nan ene yawie asan bisa Ghana de hye se aso womo nso omadwetwe omo ti wa amanyokuo awodo ni nyina din mu no hwan ene omo gidi se osefata se woko ne agogoto ne so aba na ne oba begina sa Ghana mampani de ema omanti aseman Ghana eno na Ghana de hye akire wo madwene de afa ho no na yenyina ye nim se eye osuafo anasa kanesuafo a no hwe adwadie na afemfididwuma nsem so no munyamfo alankwadwo kire manten sisi ano so wo hwe nanim tenti wode ne dwumadie atofom se suafo a no hwe mfididwuma na afei eye adwadie ensem so a wo kire mu se sisi a wo hwe nanim ten ne de esi ahenefo nko mo ma ne tumi na wo mo edi tumi ne hye ne nsa se wonkonko gina ewo NPP amanyokuo no dinimu na wontu franka emfa ma amanyokuo no empritumi emfa mo mo mfiempene ne aduonu nan a kebeye ne depa nti ogusu aton ne ho a na wakwakopie mu ewo Northern Regional Chief Imam onmonyafo anase Alhaji Abdul Salam Ahmed ne nase wone ne mpanifo nyina enase na je se okokopie mu ewo eye Muslimi mpanifo ni nyina no wo mo nase se wo mo nhira no na afensumpo no nani so ade hu na si nani so no wo mo emmo mpaye emfa ema no na we no wo ana kokopie mu Otemale Central Mosque wonom aye masalachi wonom ena je se wode ani so ade hu ni nyina no kokokoto wo mo anim no kodru wonom na Northern Regional Chief Imam Alhaji Abdul Salam Ahmed wode baba betu onumunyamfo yanim se wono de wogide ye papa se nkunimdie no ebetimi akọ ede ama owura yi esanse de waye bi pen ye frɛ no aye biafo enti wogide se so mo de tumi no ema no a ode nkunim ebema NPP amanyoko no.
So the intention of every leader is to unite his people first, then unite the whole country. And he's praying that God will give this chance to whoever wins. And the one going to be the winner, since he has come to greet us and we read the Quran for him, is going to be Honorable Kojo Tramantin.
Eni ayekwoti eye Northern Regional Chief Imam Alhaji Abdul Salam Ahmed na ono na wode ensem we nyina ntu dwa wie etu eye suafo a na saka ne suafo a no hwe envididwuma na afei eye adwade ensem so no munyamfo alankwadwo kire manten se aya na mema ono nko a ensi gina ye wonyo ma bi ho se ebia wo hia adwenkyire bi a wo hwe se wo beje eye adwenkyire na afafa na etimi aboa no ewa kwa ahodo so yama ne bofo de hunfo Jackson wono ena de nsami eba ebedan yen na ye kwa ahoma ne so ye nyina enim se Nigeria fo eto aba na Nigeria fo de womo ne Ghana de so onim se ya esa ata ne ata aha enti womo eto aba na se dwumade bi ikoso wo no ma ne ye pese ye nso ye gi adwenkyire no anase ye kɔ hɔ no na ne ye kɔkɔ fa se de dwumade ne ekoso wo hɔ no enti womo to womo aba na womo ahwɛ se womo ebetimi enya akandifo na ne womo aba bepem womo mamu nsɛm so asan de akɔnkan ne de na etwa fata se peace nsɛntwerɛfo nso ye kokɔpie mu wo hɔ no na ene ye hwɛ se de abato no ekɔ wo hɔ no ne nya ne ntie se abato no ɛhyɛ aseɛ anapai bɛ se anapa no nso apa ho sema aduasa na nipa dodo womo hwɛ animu so womo ɛbɛto aba no ɛyɛ 87 million and over na ye kwa ahoma ne so candidate awodo omu gina na ya to omu so aba no ma ba be prema mpani di bre no ye se omu ye 18 du wotwe sadia ekọ no eye nsantwuroni a ohonom eye Anthony Bekadremu Anthony Bekadremu ono ye Nigerian journalist enti ye kwa ne nchen na ya bisa ne se abato no ekosan ewo honomo waba homa so de ene na Okay. We welcome you, Anthony, on our midday news.
Good afternoon.
So this is Peace FM, and we have affiliate stations too. We learned Nigerians are having their elections today.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. That's very correct.
Okay, so how is the elections or how is the polls going?
Well, so far the elections have been peaceful, and in another 1 hour, I think the elections will come to a close. But there've been one or two complaints from different quarters. Other than that, the elections have been peaceful.
Hello, Anthony.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I think your line was a bit faint. So if you can come again, how is the election going?
I'm saying so far so good. The elections have been very peaceful. They've been orderly, but there've been one or two complaints from different centers. Other than that, the elections have been okay so far.
Okay, so for now, everything is going on peacefully.
Yeah.
So can you confirm to us about the reports about presiding and polling station officers who got stranded at the center in Kariku ward, that's in Abuja, about where the voting materials got delayed?
It's not only in Abuja. We had delays. In fact, there were delays in different states and different centers across the federation. Across the federation, but by and large, those areas, election voting has started and voting is about to close. People complained about INEC officials coming to polling units and polling centers late. INEC materials, arriving late, and even followers of the Labour Party also complained about the logo of the Labour Party not appearing on the ballot papers. I think those are about the only complaints we've had. Lateness, missing logos of ballot papers, and everything will get clearer by later this evening.
Okay. Can you tell us so far, if you can guess the number of people who have been able to exercise their franchise? Because we learned you're expecting over 87 million people to vote.
The number of registered voters is not the same as those who collected their PVC. A small fraction of people who collected their PVC, because I was at one of the centers in Lagos today, a small fraction could not vote. Before now, INEC sort of decongested. You can put decongestion in quotes. Decongested polling units and polling centers by moving data, names, and people who register to other centers. And because there is no movement across Nigeria today, some persons, would go to their polling centers and not find their name on the register of voters or voters register. So such people could not vote this morning. I'll give you an example. I was there, and in my polling unit, I could vote, but some persons who also had the same polling unit number could not vote because when they used the card reader to look for their information, it was not found. So for such people, they were not able to vote. They were not able to vote this morning or this afternoon. I do not have the number. I think it's only INEC that can confirm the actual number of those who were not able to vote, not because they did not have PVC, but because their PVC information has been moved to other centers. That seems to be another problem that I can sort of highlight today from the elections.
From what you were saying, others went and then they couldn't find their names in the registration book.
Yes.
Can you confirm to us if they did some violence or something like that, or they were cool and then they returned to their homes?
Obviously, there was a lot of them were very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointed after complaining, and there was really nothing they could do. They were very disappointed. From the center that I voted, such people, after a while, they went to their respective houses. no cases of violence from my end.
So can you also tell us or confirm to us if those who weren't able to exercise their franchise are first-time voters or they've exercised their franchise before?
It's a mixture of the two. In Nigeria, they have the system, I must say, is poor. People try to transfer their voting credentials. It means if I'm in somewhere like Ofuridua and I suddenly find myself in Accra or Temale or in any major Ghanaian city, I would not be able to vote until I regularize the transfer from Ofuridua to Accra. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand what you are trying to say. So you being a journalist...
There are 36 states in Nigeria. There are 774 local governments in Nigeria. If you move before election day and then INEC doesn't transfer your credentials, you will not be able to vote.
Oh, okay.
So we had cases of people who transferred their credentials because for one reason or the other they had moved within Nigeria. We also had people who registered for the very first time. So it was a case of those who had PVCs and had to transfer because maybe work or relocation took them to other parts of Nigeria. And then we also had fresh voters who registered. So it was a blend of the two.
Okay, so that means for now, you can tell us that everything is going on smoothly at the various centers.
Yes, everything is going on smoothly. The major candidates have come out to express their optimism. Peter Obi has voted, Kwakonso has voted, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has voted, Atiku Abubakar has voted, and they're all saying the same thing. They expect to win the presidential election at the end of today. How that happens remains to be seen, but the turnout has been large. I met a lot of people who were voting for the very first time, and incidentally, I also was voting for the very first time. We've had 24 years of democracy, and for 4 years, elections have come and gone. Up until now, I've been passive, but today I took it upon myself. I got registered, and I've gone and I've voted. I met a lot of people, who were voting for the very first time. People want change. They believe it's not too difficult to govern Nigeria. Provide lights, provide good roads, provide security, make the Naira strong again, and a lot of people will be happy. So we just hope that today, those of us who have voted wisely would, truly get the dividends of the democracy that we have.
So you being a journalist, piling all your reports together, can you say that those who weren't able to find their names in the registration book, they suspect some foul play, or you suspect some foul play in they being not able to find their names in the registration book?
What I would say, I would say, I think it's not foul play. Foul play may not be the right word to use. I think it's just a function of incompetence. It's a function of we not being able to move along with happenings from elsewhere. We're not abreast of time because some of these things are man-made. The election process itself is documented and it's computerized. We have PVCs. These PVCs have barcodes. These PVCs are accessed via PVC readers or card readers. So I still do not understand why I should be in Accra and I'm voting for the president of Ghana, for instance, and suddenly maybe movement work takes me to Temale and I cannot vote. So it is not even a case of foul play, it's a case of incompetence, people not doing their jobs.
So with the issue of proxy voting, to how far with that issue?
Well, it's I think we're just making do with what we have at this point in time. If I had my way, I probably would have the leadership of INEC think again or even change some of the procedure. Let me tell you how it's done. It's a little bit cumbersome. Let me give you an idea of how the election happened this morning. You get to the polling unit. INEC has a printout of the voters register for that polling unit. You would go to the notice board, you look for your name and look for your number. The first red flag would be not to find your name. Once you do not find your name, you still have to go and confirm via the card reader So the person reads your card, takes your information, takes a picture of you, they hand you over the ballot papers, and then you go on to vote. And after voting, because 3 elections held today, election for the Senate, the position of the National Assembly and the Senate. So your House of Assembly and Senate, and then the President. So when you're done from printing, you put the ballot papers inside the ballot box. It was a little bit crude, but what can we do? That's the life that we live in. That's the kind of arrangements that were made for us.
Okay. Anthony, we want to say a big thank you very much for helping us to know what is actually happening in Nigeria about the election or general elections that is happening over there. So whatever happens, we'll make sure to come to you in our evening news, and then you give us more updates on how the elections are going.
No problem. So far, Nigerians in Ghana, Nigerians have taken to the polls, just 1 or 2 hiccups here and there. Those who support the Labour Party, in some, I don't know if it was deliberate or foul play from INEC or a mistake from the Labour Party. Other prominent parties have their initials, like the PDP, like the APC, but for the center where I voted, it was just the emblem of the Labour Party and their slogan for Forward Forever. And a lot of people are obviously queuing behind the Labour Party, and if you suddenly go there and you're not very impressed with their emblem, you probably would be at a miss or at a loss as to where to put your fingerprint. But let's hope that at the end of the day, there are no upheavals. Nigerians have voted, and I hope that Nigerians have voted very wisely, and by the end of the day, we would have a new man pilot the affairs of this country.
So let me ask you this last question. How is the presidential voting going? Can you tell us offhand who is actually winning with the number of votes you have so far?
It's going to be very, very close. I live in Lagos. Lagos is in the southwest of Nigeria. It's a stronghold of the APC. So I may not be able to gauge the atmosphere. But there are some places where you have the PDP, there are strongholds. So until maybe INEC starts collation and they start counting the votes later this evening, it may be very, very difficult. Where I live in a location where Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very, very strong. So in my location, obviously, Bola Ahmed Tinubu would be leading, but it may not be the same, across Nigeria. Earlier on, I said that Nigeria has 774 local governments, and the polling unit across 774 local governments are well over maybe 10,000. So it's going to be very, very difficult at this point in time. Everybody at some point will be claiming victory. As soon as he voted this morning, he said he was confident of winning the elections. The same story for Peter Obi, the same story for Atiku Abubakar, and of course the same story for Kokon. So these four are the front runners in this election. Nigeria has 18 political parties. Some have stepped down and pledged their allegiance with the Labour Party. So 18 presidential candidates did not enter the race for this election. But there are 4 major names on the list of Nigerians. The name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's a supporter. They say they are Batmen. They say they are Batified. Of course, those that follow Peter Obi say they are obedient from his name Obi. They say they are obedient. So let's wait and see what happens. I think it's going to be a straight fight between Peter Obi and Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
So with the attendance so far, do you think the general elections can be done today?
Yes, why not? Why not? In fact, it's going to close in maybe in an hour's time. The elections will end.
Okay. All right. Anthony, thank you so much once again.
Yes. Thank you very, very much. I'll be in touch.
So we'll get back to you, and then you give us more updates on how the elections are going in Nigeria.
No problem.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
All right. Bye. For Nigeria for abattoir and no general elections. I want to share so I feel we mudieno. Nigerian journalist Anthony Bekaderemu akwakwotwetwe enkomo e de afa won se de ekwo nyina no enu abone tofa e de akire ye no nti si ebone tofa bomu dia na je se ne opese o kire nyina ne se elections ni nyina ekoso yie kama pa e wo sentence ni nyina na se niama ba ko mienu bi na enhyeda enkoyie na no krampo no wo mu hu ne se ebia eye kanana bi na ekoso enipa bi ekoye ai wokọ obekọ unzaza Ghana hanom yekọ ne yakwa akoto aba ubedru ho no yesi wudin ni ho ebia center kro no bekọ yesi wudin ni ho wudin wa ha bekọ nso ne nsanzo ni ho nom enti eno na akwakoye enuoma ba ko mienu bi akwakọ ha adwene yie pa isanze nipa no wodi ni kokromoti aye ready pese okokotim afa okodru ho no ma yesi ni din nim enti na wo se eja obirechi no san ko ni fie na okokọje na home se de results na beku ebe dan you wenti me exercise ne franchise enti omo ebefa ne sa nti yaka hye ne se yebesan aba ne ho na se dia ebekọ nyina no ye ne no abonkomo Nigeria de hye bi nso a omo so wa ma hodo so a omo so nso no eto aba no eno nyina nso waboye ntofa de afa se dia abato ni nyina ekọ enti meje di se yeba eba betena se ewo yanwumre no nsi aka nkase ebomu a se dia Nigeria for womo abato ni nyina ekọ so no nso no ye de eho ama ne bonso ebeto yetiefo nyina anim yensimaso ewo ho yetwa ensem no eso a na onumonyamfo Dr. Lawyer Dixon Osei Asibe a wono ye senior lecturer de Makaya University Council Chairman Wa Technical University wono aso esan pre se yebetimi ato ne so aba se emrache bedwani anaso opre emrache bedwani di bre no ewo NDC amanyokuo no edinimu wasante mantamu na je se no no eya atwemanwa bieja North Mercy Kropon assembly na anasa abato ompeso ano na eno na wo kire mu se mampani na adodanko akufu ado santo asosu ku kwane kwadwumadie ya wode ba ye yade aboa ye pa na aboa ama abatan na resofo mu komo ahenha wo mu sanse kane no enka wo pesuku pa de ama ba se de wa chese wo ho mebete no enya bi kura nie enso enne hwe eya na school placement na ba ne de wo be akwa kwoshem sisi anso school fees bia ni wono mu a wo betua ni nyina no akwa ye abatan no de yie pa je so wo maso amampani e wo soro enti wo kire mu se sa free SHS we no free SHS policy we no yenso mu yie na yenhwe se ye bepia aban no e wo akwa hodo nyina so a wo hwe so be ma sa ni so ade no we no etimi awie peye e de abo anwomasuan nsem e wo sa afa no a wo de ensem we nyina no etu dwa obareke se ebra ode mattresses ya hodro bes 120 ekwa memema esuafo no na afen so ni pillows anase sumnie so eka ho a ni nyina no kire mu se esum Ghana cedi no 60,000 cedis a wode ekoma wo mo so mo fama esuafo no ewo
Nimye se enne ya ye wo mu numasua na epeja nipa na uyi numasua firi ho a oso be business oso be farming oso be den o uhia numasua enti dwuma die bia opese udi ye mpempen so ya abefo internet ne technology aba bibia koye numasua enu nti se wo twe ho firi mu ana yese sebe wa ma wiase kra na nkeye enu nti Midday bigiri yese enwumasua enne adia anase free SHS enne adia esombo pa ababia de aba enu ni adia ama megina so ekase na kufu waya ade ofata se ye bona baso utan okwadu a no yi na America numa waye nyina enu free SHS edemba
eni ayekwoti eyeye onwonyamfo Dr. Lawyer Dixon Osei Asibe wono ye senior lecturer de Makaya University wasanso aye council chairman Wa Technical University and wasanso aye aspiring member Atwemanwa Bieja North Constituency Parliamentary Seat NPP amanyoko ni dimu wasante mantamu na eno ahwe Frank Duaboaten a wono ehwe egumasuan atenaye e wa Atwemanwa Bieja North Mercy Kropon Assembly no emu wono so egeye eda panigase yase wosa anamontuo ya wotu so wode bepem egumasuan nsem e de akonkan
aya namon bia eso awofo no asen efa no eniama oso motomo mo de ko secondary school na eniama so mo de ko no eniama ebeboa because adesua no mo de ko akusia se ne Midday kan kai na e mattress no de mo de na mom ne futu am de mo ne se omoma adesua no de ombo taenti a ombo school no because aban ye ne famu de nanso no kure ni aban timi nye ne nyina ti du bibia na se am crown prince so ebe bo abai ebi na lawyer ayeni na se wakoto on mattress ne pillows ne ebi so chopbox aka ho e de masa enkola no
eni ayekwoti eye Frank Duaboaten Atwemanwa Bieja North District Education Director wono na yete ne nkan na no akire adesuafo ebi nso a wo monsa eka mattress yi na afei eye pillows yi wo monso de da sensem sei na koma onunyamfo yi.
And social bonte no me at grade 7. Me see a lawyer that and then my first time. No car say my yard the paint of me one trouble the pension and only no more program me the Benia Jemopa, the only one price of the course so I said that we are not so we not who's area on the margin saying now you cry in that to say BBC or the my and our sons what see mommy about breast because mattress board is so expensive but so our manager my say a very big thank you to him.
Adisuafo a onwonyamfo Dr. Lawyer Dexeno Sesibe wode mattress na afei pillow ekokoma wo mo se wo mo BC graduate asabere de wo mo nya akwanya ewo entwaso suku so awodo mo kɔ no wo mo nye no wo mo emfa emwa wo mo ho an ene boss awodo nyina na ekeka ho bia a kyese wode adoye de ma wo mo se na be yode be bo mo masuansam so eso na kwasi kyerɛ wo no ene ye amanobofo a wode ensami eba bedan yen na atoye atifi Western North Regional Operations Manager National Health Authority onmonyamfo Kofi Bafo Asare wono so wode eto yan a NHIS holders anase yede NHIS adwuma yede kwa ya sabia wodo na yede epem yapomodin ensam ekonkan no wo kyerɛ mu se ebere ni du na se wo se renew se ebia ya science akyerɛ wo mu awu na ye renew na yenhwe se ye befa ye mobile phone so na ye de aye renew ni nyina ye mobile phone renewal services no eso na ye de aboa na ye de renew ye membership card no wo se ni nyina no ye kwan ye befa so aboa isan se we no mama na ye fo aye mre kra e de amayen wo se ekoba ne se obesa agba na akwa mu wo NHIS wo mo office no akwa kotena wo no mu adi be se 2 days 3 days ansa na ebia wo de aye renew ni nyina no a wo se emwa no nti na sisi anom de mobile renewal services no aba ye betimi de renew ye membership card ni nyina nti aya yemfa sa kwantempon ne so na yemfa emmoa wo mo enso ne amama mebochenku wo hono am ye hehi ama mepoto ye ho wode nsem we nyina no atudwa e wo 2022 regional NHIS review a wo mo de atudwa ni nyina e na Owura Kofi Bafo Asare e de ensemi ekọ e de magana de hye
ye kama ba renewal no ho asem a ya na percent ko bibia de no behim if say eneka sika bo ayedin wo free asanwe so e ba we also be health insurance one more ka anya be 20 cedis e bi kwa na do bucket one eba oba na 8 cedis no abo ka sika ka be 20 cedis e be ka kwa 28 cedis na mo say wo ti wo fie ana wo ye wo ofie a ka 20 cedis ade fa ka no ababa ye wo mfa so eni ti na say obi anfa no nwura health insurance mobile renewal app nim se be ye na won ha wo ho first na be betena your office e bi bedi na ansa e bi bedi na anu bi kwa beda homade achi na woni nsan ka ne card na ehayen nti empese nipa bua ba so abaye office anaso befa ka aba office obeboka na mo tini fia nti edisa app ne bai utu fia ubo *929# na wa renew members and kwa na ye adwuma ma ebi kwa na wura fi one renew abe 1 month obekọ hospital na okaye onye duru hospital ho na sika wo mobile phone so nko ade a obo *929# na wa renew na de ko hospital.
Mr. Kofi Bafo Asare amana nso ho a wo kyerɛ mu sɛ wo hwɛ adwuma wo mo eboye wo mentifi anasa atoye atifi mantem wo no no a wo mo yɛ ade papa wo kyerɛ mu sɛ wo mo kyerɛ sɛ wo mo miti wo mo target kurampo ma eboro so na eno no aboa amasabe ya ye kase mantem dunsia 16 regions a wo my Ghana no sisi a ne yehwa wo mo bo mo modern yie pa wo NHIS fo adwumadie ensemu a wo mo eba bedi eye 4 anaso ma beto so 4 a wo mo eda 4th position nti wo mo hu ni se wo mo abo adwumaden papa
Ghana hanyina ye was 16 regions western of it also and 9 target national de ma no you overachieve your target our membership sikasem no yentimi anya 100% de banya 74% and also no yet also miensa the whole Ghana which is say western north a region after na ba for fraud there na nso ye kwayanim ɛwɔ health insurance yɛ bɔ mmɔden ɛwɔ yɛn nnwuma yɛm esi ka gyegyem ɛne nipa dodoɔ a ɛdɔm ho bɛwura health insurance mu yɛbɔ yɛn ho mmɔden si yɛhwɛ the regional population a yɛnya about 58% of members a wɔyɛ health insurance 58% of the population nyinaa bɛwura health insurance mu yɛhwɛ sɛ afei yɛbɛkɔ yɛwɔ mi 2023 yɛbɛnya bɛyɛ 70% of our population a wɔn nyinaa register with health insurance sɛ bɛyɛ na yɛnu 2030 no na nka yɛnya universal health coverage ɛyɛ 80% of our district population or regional population.
Na ne kurakura mu no na ɔde abasobɔnsa mɛbɛkɔ ɛde ama pani kwantwerɛfoɔ a wɔda National Health Insurance Authority no ano Dr. Okoboy sɛ wayɛ adeɛ yie papaapa isan sɛ wohwɛ ɔhaw ntansa na ɛdan wɔn mu ekuo no a ɛwɔ mantam mu no a kyerɛ sɛ ɔpanin kɛseɛ yi ɛde nhyɛ pa gu akwan mu a wahwɛ asɔ saa ɔhaw ne nyinaa no ɛwɔ mu sɛ ne nyinaa no ɛnhyɛ da enwie pa yie saa deɛ na nso kakra a wayɛ no wɔn ɛda no ase.
Yɛkasɛ nyamea no nyam sɛ yɛmpanifo aboa ama all the 7 districts no apart from bia a enika no ɔmo aka nyinaa ɛwɔ ka ɔmo aka nyinaa so resources ɛyɛ ribbons ne computers yɛde adwuma nso no yɛn CEO abre district bia bi ne sɛ challenges kɛseɛ pa nhyɛ da nni hɔ ade baako a wɔ kɛseɛ ɛma district ɔmo ntimi anya nipa dodoɔ ne sɛ sika ni region nim koko ɔmo sɛ yare si koko so yɛtwa bi mu koko nti ama nipa anka first anka ɔmo ntimi register health insurance no bebre eni hɔ a ɔmo register bi mu kusa ko ɔmo krom nti aba no nso ama health insurance adwuma na yɛ din kakra ɛno nti na yɛn so yɛhyɛ wɔn kran sɛ ɔmo ne social welfare officers ɛwɔ ɔmo district mu no ɛnka mom na ɔmo brɔwafo na ɔmo ni sika so register health insurance no ɔmo sɛ betima register mo free a ɔmo ntua bibi na ma obi antumi anya health insurance card obetimi de akɔ hospital ne ho ɛbɛtɔ.
Western North Regional Operations Manager, National Health Authority, Owura Kofi Bafo Asare, Nene ena yete ya mane bofo amanyako, Faith FM sehwe so wono ena de ensemi eba bedan yen. Na the Makers House Chapel International eye asafo a wono mu echiremu so womo adwene omo nsore ma ho yie papa wo ba asafo ni mu a ye wo womo a womo ye oni biefo ewo mu yie. Na saafo no so womo ntimi enye nhwe han enhwe womo saa se da bia womo ba na maye mobo saa no mabra bonsem no enkoyie enti etwa fatase wo mutumi edan dwumadie bi adi anase department bi adi ewo asafo ni mu a eno no wo mo de beboa saafo enyina wo mo asetena mu nsem na enya asafo ni mu nko na mbetwa mo ani ahwe wo mo ekire mu se wo mo bete wo mo nso asim montene so na ene oman mu nso no oni biefo wo mu nso no wo mo anam saa department yi o madan no adi a eno no eye humanities division no edi no na wo mo edi aboa saafo ni nyina ewo asafonim na afi omanti asema Ghana mu na ebra lead pastor Edema the Makers House Chapel Dr. Michael Bodi Nyameche wode ensem etudwa no ene wo kire mu se enam se wonyonko da no da na nyamesom pa no nso ne se obi kwa kwehwe nyanka ne akunafo wanya ama nua nso no wanya amatwedi ampo nyankopon no eno ene wo mu etieti asa na mo no mu a na wo mahwe se wo mo ebe ma asesena mu nsem wo saafo nso wo mabra bomu no ni nyina no atimi awie paye enti humanities division ya na se department yi o madan no adi ewa asafo ni mu no se wukomu a ubenya welfare unit wom afei educational scholarship unit ai no wo mo atu ni din team edu afei health team wo mu team impact wo mu na afei unit ahodo a ni nyina no wo mo de eba beboa na asetena mu nsem so no atimi akoyie okasa ye edefa humanities division ya wo mo edan no adi ewa asafo ni mu no
enti agency be pekuo bi a anase a department a obeka se omobe ye responsible for ma omfie call manim a omonim wa bia enti ye be adult daycare be bia betimi abegya o maame ana papa opon adwuma no abefa no enye no nko a agency nipa pomuden enti the health care e by se obi asori bampo no permanent disability anaso yare na ono ani ahoden ana abusuani ni ahoden a ombetimi ahwe na asafo no o se boa yem se aboa for some few years ago yetia anko for treatment couple of thousands of dollars am I de ko share omo yare munya yare she insani omanioma no nemwa enipa hia apart from se wakọ asori akobompa awie enioma enipa hia no etimi de atsenate as for asasi enunti ene yes ye be humanities department of the church na edemwa any respite ana ogie abre nyamema e onyamefie.
So for penny a wada the Makers House Chapel ano Dr. Michael Bodi Nyameche ne na yete ye no na humanity division no wokwa anase de si anu komu a abedwaku ada no no wo mo asum dumienu 12 member team ni awada wo mo ano eye Era Presla konu na wɔkyerɛ mu ɛkasaeɛ ɛdefa humanity division no botayi a ɛtai wɔ mu adwumadie no akyi paa.
Nipa bebre wo ohaw ebi ne ebusua asori ye ne ebusua nti se na asori ye ebusua se otoba hawa ode ba asori ne so ehia sembi da ne so te se ye won krofo bebre omo won kola enam se bi omo nsem nye no omo ntumi mmoa omo mba omo nim ade enko omo anim ekwo we gina ho se ye wo bibi se ya ebetumi aboa na ye di mpeja abre nkola se bi omo nim ade na nso enam se sika ni ho nti no ama ayese omo yi wo motochene ekwo we gina ho se obeboa wo e wo mpanifo wo ye mu edu bebre anye se omu ni emma omu mba ko didi bebre bebi bebre abrochire ni embiambia bebre nti asori na beye omu ebusua e de ne ye beye ama omu ani aka nti ye de omu esi ho se ye beye bibi ye be kire omu odo abro omu mba omu ebusua omu maame omu papa ewu no ye be gina anan na ye de sa enigye ne e de ama ye wo binum so a yare e ha omu e wo mu se ye ni ahode ni se ye be yi sa yare ni fi onanso edum pempenso bia ye boa wo mu ye kyekye wo mu akwan ene
ayekotie ye eye Madam Priscilla Konu wono ena woye banodani edema 12 member team a womo eda humanities division asabrei the Makers House Chapel International asafono womo adanu edi omo kyeremu se omo de ba beboa woni biefo a womo wasafonim na afenso omantiasema Ghana mu na University of Ghana Medical Center ena fe 4th medical eno eye group adro affiliated company no womo kyeremu se sabrei no eyade a womo a establish anaso womo ebie radiology training center ano ewo University of Ghana Medical Center honom na we no eye center womo de ba beboa na ndi womo de ntete mapa akọ ede ama apomudin adwumayefo mechire health care professionals a womo my Ghana hanom na afensu ebibimam na womo etimi so abo mu dwumadie ensem so ewo mu nimdi omanya efa apomudin ensem ho ewo sa kwan ni nyina eso na wo kyeremu se radiology learning center we no ewo University of Ghana Medical Center hono mu a Nonox ehemu na afenso Act 3D multi source system ani nyina no eye yadwinso so aye na afenso afidie badwumadi a won mu edi eye abefo kwantempon fidie dwumadi ani nyina no wo kyeremu se eye adwene no aboma be edi afri Israeli technologies ni emuo eno omode eba beboa ewa kwan hodo so na said center we no ebetimi aboa apomodin dwumayefo na wode ntete enso akọ edi ama omo no Chief Executive Officer at my University of Ghana Medical Center, Dr. Dairos Osei, echire musei enede echire.
Yaka photo image X-ray, CT scan, MRI, ne angiography. Na we fufro kra aba ewiase nyina no mienu pe ana aba na Ghana ha nyina no any sub region na Africa no ye the first people are your commissions our machine the friend the nanos arc tomosynthesis na machine we no ye machine bia se ultra x-ray na se we hu nya ohwehwa normally ya ko street nya kocha CT scan it is say ohwesa machine kra se we need radiologist kra na obe interpreter eno atimi ma idea se nya sa machine BCCC district ni region bia radiologist ni ho eno betimi aboa bebre
na opening say ya mananso wa wo kyeremu se wo mo pese wo bo apomudin ensam so e wo mantiasema Ghana mu na afra bibima mu nti ene wo mo etu sa na mo wei enti wo mo ebeto akoso na ne wo mo ene eye University of Ghana Medical Center no aka wontoma apama no no mo ahwe se akwan hodo wo befa so aboa ma apomudin adwumayefo ntete yenso efa radiology ho no wo mo de bema wo mo ede abo mo nimdie so e wo sa afa no apem apomudin ensam so akonkan no wo mehwe no mayen pepepe
oh machine ye share so ye hu say nkrofo bebre omuni sa sika no ambetimi ato direct inti ye paper scan it say prepaid postpaid inti we use machine we na ya send wo bill no na we tua ye ne sa nkrofo bebre betimi anya access eno ana ehia wo Ghana because ye hu say the Ghana edin inti say hwe nyoma yetimi nyoma yetimi aye amana ko easy man nkrofo bebre de ye pe hospital bia hospital to be a office so here x-ray machine and a machine be a ye be hwe ye ne ombe kasa ne ye hwe de betimi aye aboamu
eni ayekotie ye Chief Executive Officer at the 4th Medical Center Nanado wono nene na yete ye no na wo mo ni University of Ghana Medical Center no ɛna aka wɔn ntoma apam ano a wɔn ebie radiology training center ano ɛwɔ University of Ghana Medical Center wɔn de ba abɛboa na apɔmudensɛm soɔ no ɛtumi agyina brane paa ɛwɔ my Ghana mu na afei ɛbibi man no emu ebusuafo yɛgyina wei so na yɛahome ɛwɔ yɛ prem to bra kan kase ɛbɔ ne so ɛnkɔ baabi a yɛba sisi a
FM Ghana Hadie Estate in Sasia Wuta was Mujo Pa Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited for Sase. Na ebida so hodie Munyina muntia sempa yi Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited was secure lands dodo wa nyameba ye ben dodowa police station ebi so Chopoli Domenya 15 minutes drive from Chopoli Junction and ebi so Akrampa ye ben Calf University 15 minutes drive from Budumburam Ewutu Breku fast developing areas pa o menso me pebia to make no pass as the any project na bone to say oh a bone there da form pa some to be paying mo full plot 70 by 100 and starting 18,000 cedis to 40,000 cedis and a half plot 50 by 70 and starting 10,000 to 23,000 cedis one sasunu guye papa or flexible payment terms about where demarcated and quite them mansun be anim of course and shake a crabby e home when you not the anymore now one numbers na ayramika cra 0501 518 347 and 0509 99 98 28 one more for snow Kaneshi Ewudome estate ya ben Ewudome runabout
Mia mitai kun hey, na sika be bra ukra na patututui. Aden.
Ilevia semio.
Ilevia ye den. Chese wo de wo nya abuche ntie ncheche mu ahodo aye mani na ye mpo ansa na wudu sika nyina di akone aba. Se ne ye wo 1995. Ilevia ne de. Abawo. Na so nim say ya MTN de. Obe sort en out.
MTN be sort me out say.
Ho. Enti wo nim say nyama ahodo bi wo ho a. Yenje Ilevia wo so. Te say wo transfer sika ye de free account ba akoso. E de akọ account for so. Efe, wo cash in and now wo cash out wo MTN agents bia ho. Wo to data and now airtime. Wo tua wo bills. Ena mpo ye manu sika free abroche and now say wo tua wo taxes. When na yente e-levy e wo so.
Oh yeah sure.
Tie, jumedi ahodo pi wo ho a. Wo de MTN momo ye a. E-levy tax no enka no hwe. Bebre so ka ho kra o. Sa kan say e de bia 100 Ghana cedi a edi kan a wo be transfer no. Yente wo hwe.
Hey, na minimo.
Afei de wonim
jumedi ahodo bebre wo ho a wo de MTN momo ye a yentu e-levy tax wo so enti koso ne nya hombambo ene ahotoso papa bi a MTN momo ko na tumi yema wo na tumi fa MTN momo so etueche waka nyina ntentam so
MTN
Peace FM.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Yamatie fo nyina akwa ba ede aba yakan prem to bra akan kase boyi eso na utie bi e Peace 104.3 neat 100.9 okay eye 101.7 hello eye 101.5 na yetoa ensem no so ede amamodi a arehosam ama ne bo abebo Peace kase bo yapono mu ene se eye amami bi a wanya mfinhia no aduanan miensa 43 years edin aba be kan yensa ene Helen Tewia na wochere mu se ote achim anyinam Aigbe town a woton indomie ya ewo honom a je se woton indomie kurampo ewo kwan ho a sa kwan no wochere mu se ene anyinam nkokọ lorry station no na je se edi enhwe animu na rehusam ne se eye enkrofo bi akwakopie ne so se ababa aweyi anase maami wo mu ekunu ede no ato mayanka bia anase slaughterhouse bia eben district assembly no a eno no wo achim anyinam na wo mu gina ho no mu bi a wo mu betimi edi adanse e kan potoka sem se eyewitness no wo mu kirem se wo mu hu ne body no anase na amu no se eda eye form ho no mu e wo mayanka wo no no a ahomache no enti wo mu zu se ahomache no a na je se maame Helen Tewia no wo mu ekun ne ya sa no sabre ya ka se de wo mu ede na amu no akwakopie mu okibi mochiri eno no ewo anyinam nti aposifo wo ho no na je se wo mu aba be fa mu no de na akwakopie mu e okibi mochiri ho no mu a ye ne onuabema ede ma awura yi asabre wati na nanu wonse adu ya yi etwetwe nkomo e ma ne bo ensem no tofa se kire
Mikofu ana mejiri da fere se yesisa o ya hwe no mu hu no enti no ama tente ese se mayanka no obi da ho ye ku obi da ho ntimi sa mechi na menkwohwe nti ampa me sa mechi ekoi te me koya na abusfo na tam emu na to omuka enu omode omakata no nti ne police ni ba ko ho na me ka je ne se na me mate nti no omu bie no so na me hwe ana om se omu de ne ko tizare ya mintra boot na ye nko hwe ti ampa na omu yi omu twitwa pictures no mu yi pictures ntam say minister na ono a ti ampa ye die kire ba police station omu bie no so na ono a otona de o market onu bie ni to kwa
Era Helentewia a wanya mfinhia aduanan miensa a wo kire mu so woton indomie ewo eye achim anyinam Igbe town eye anyinam nkokọ lorry station na ni din hwani mu ehọ no mu anagese wotena wotonton ni indomie a anagese arehusemi ato abusua sa wo mu akwakopie na mu so se ye kunu atwitwa ne yaya ewo mayanka a eno no eben district assembly ewo achim anyinam na ninu abema ne ne kwatwetwe nkomo no a wo bo asem ne tofa de maye no ye ne enanso ono nso ne nsunu mu atie Ewura Helentewia ne maame nso atwetwe nkomo
Ompani wasam. Fimpani wasam o wasamame. Wasamame awulo. Afi ompani wasam se na me mpani wasam yi. Aw, ebe badi ewu, badi ewu.
On eni awo Ewura Helentewia wanya mfinhia aduanan miensa asabre yi. Watina nanom wonse do a enye se ebia wada ene ase wo ansori biem na emum no. Womu akokunu na to mayanka bi eben district assembly e wa achema nyinamu no ne maame ene ye ne no ehwetwe nkoma wo no so ebo nsemi tofa ede maayen no ebutuafo ye gina we so ede kase ebo ede besom mo e wo prem to brei so no ya kan kase ebo bremu no ye ni nyina asi na na ma akoma agya ne mbu aten me enam kenkan nsem no ede emam na Erika Eifa wono ena ebo ayen Salamat ka ho baba betena ha boye chiridom ena afi sika nso eboye chiridom ena Benis Boaten ono so boaye Peter Square ono na de yen ekọ social media onso hu se ne ensem no etwaguo ewo honom na yawie de na entertainment review abedwaku na set de no omo de etoa so ama okoso na tie peace 104.3 yada mu nyina mo ase ama mu enitie enhwe.
Tune it in, turn it up, Peace FM, and rip off the knob.